Welcome to this week's White House History Weekly. The White House Press Briefing Room is a familiar sight to most Americans and has been that way for several presidencies. One of the former members of the White House Historical Association Board of Directors, Mike McCurry, was one of those familiar faces as he served as press secretary to President Clinton. Today, Mike's going to tell us about the history of presidential interaction with the press and where the presidents in the past may have interacted with the media before there was a White House press briefing room. Thank you, Mike, and we appreciate your service and leadership and contributions to the work of the White House Historical Association.
Well, the White House press secretary is a job that really didn't exist for most of the life of our republic. It really began, in the early 1900s, and someone was designated to deal with what were the reporters covering on a daily basis, and that became kind of a function that grew as we went on in time. Someone was designated to take on that role and to work with the media covering the White House. And of course, that's taken on a much different challenge as we've gone into the broadcast age. We've gone into social media, and as technology and media has changed to kind of put more requirements on how we kind of keep the public informed. But it's interesting that, for a lot of times, most presidents just dealt with the press one-on-one. Franklin Roosevelt used to have people come in and, gather around the desk in the Oval Office in many cases, and they would, kind of interrogate him and ask him questions. It was a very informal process, but it began an interaction between the press and the president that has gone on now for more than a century. And it is one of the most important parts of our democracy. Keeping that going and keeping that healthy and live is a really important function of our democracy and how we kind of keep our republic going.